Did you ever feel different or even uncomfortable with your physical body? If not, you're very lucky. If yes, maybe you will find inspiration here. Alex will take you into a world of discovering and understanding what it means to be born in a body with which you don't identify your sex given by birth. The story will take you on a journey which is not chronologically organized. Just let Alex guide you through the story of her life. Alex has been waiting for this moment for such a long time. Now she's finally 18, excited for living freedom and independence in a way she wants. She faces herself into the mirror, ready and conscious for the change that will come soon. People are usually not happy being in a hospital, but Alex is looking forward to get a surgery. Although most of her feelings are positive, there's still tension due to how everything will be afterwards. Are the bad experiences of her past bygone, and is the imagined future coming? Alex brushes her middle-long hair. Then she removes the dark red lipstick of her face and takes the pill. Julia looks at Alex, and as his twin sister she always sees without telling when Alex is sad. After throwing his back into the corner of the living room, he takes a seat and he hides his face in his hands. Julia asks him,
"What happened?"
"I don't want to have classes of physical education anymore."
"But you love soccer."
Alex starts explaining that this day at school while playing soccer, other classmates laughed at him because he wore blue tights with white stars. His twin sister supports him by saying,
"Don't care about what they say. You're really good at it."
Alex replies, "But you wear the same tights, and your classmates are not laughing at you." She states,
"Yes, maybe it's because I'm a girl."
"It's not fair. I wish I were like you. I think I'm in the wrong body."
"I know. I'm sorry. I think I knew it for a long time. And it will be hard, but I think you have to fight then for finding your special place in the society. And fight for what you are believing in, and I will be at your side, buddy. Take my bracelet. It stands for strength."
Alex is still looking into the mirror, while she does also see Julia coming into the room. As always, her blonde hair is bounded to a ponytail. Today, she wears a blue marine t-shirt with a pink skirt. Her sister asks,
"What's up, buddy? How do you feel?" "Dad is coming in 10 minutes, but Mom is not ready. I'm so sorry. I didn't tell Carlos as you wanted."
Alex is calm, still a bit nervous but looking forward to have the surgery. It's good that Julia didn't inform Carlos, their brother, about the surgery, because as a soldier he is far away from home and should get it to know more personally. He already knows that Alex is Alexandra. But now Alex is not really listening anyway. She thinks about her color of the purple nail polish on her fingers, which is almost vanishing. In front of her on the cupboard, there are standing different nail polishes, which inspire her about her future look. As usual, the bright light in the fitting room doesn't seem nice for Alex, but now her dress is more important, which she wants to try on. Her brown hair, ending by her waist, is a bit curly. It's hot summer season, and therefore a new dress would be good to enjoy the hot weather on the beach. She's looking in the mirror and smiles. A voice from outside in front of the fitting room asks,
"Pretty girl, are you ready?"
Alex has to smile. She replies, "Excuse me, I would buy the dress later because I have to compare it with other dresses. I have heard they have summer sales in Chica Flores. Do you also have discounts here?" In all for her?
Yes, guapa, today it's 20% off, so gotta grab it fast.
While Julia sits comfortable in a chair at the window, their father is entering the room. He's a tall man wearing always jeans and sport shirts.
Hi. Well, big day today, I guess. Are you ready?
He asks a bit nervous, but in a caring way. Alex is smiling at him. She moves her shoulders and head, looking at her father, trying to express, "Yes, and thanks for being here." Afterwards, the father grabs into his jeans pocket and pulls out a photo. He hands it over to Alex, and her face draws emotionally lines of happiness and sadness in the same moment. The photography shows the opening of her mother's bride shop where Alex spent nearly every day after school. You can see Alex wearing a dress next to her twin sister, her father and mother smiling happy into the camera in front of the bride shop, which was decorated with a lot of balloons and flowers. Meanwhile, his father explains that Alex's mother didn't feel able to come this day, but she would be with him in her thoughts. Unfortunately, Alex's mother still has troubles by accepting the transformation of Alex. Nevertheless, Alex is happy to have the support of her sister and father. That wasn't always like that. This evening, everything seems fine for the whole family, who's sitting together to have dinner after high school and working day. Alex's mother cooked a vegetable lasagna because she tries to bring the family to eat less meat. After helping the family to get the food, everyone starts to eat, except for Alex. Her mind is somewhere else. She's not sure if it's her or his mind, but she feels that from now on it should be her mind forever. And it was actually the whole time. She touches her bracelet. While being in thoughts and not starting to eat, Alex looks at Carlos and afterwards at Julia, who is immediately looking back. Under the table, she kicks her feet to the leg of Alex and tries to give him some courage and support. Now, Alex seems to be more stressed and a bit nervous while clenching her hands. So Julia takes over and speaks.
Well, Mom, Daddy, Alex needs to tell you something important.
The mother feels that now something serious is coming through and stops to eat. Darling, what's going on? Did something happen in school today? Are you lovesick? She asks and looks worried to her husband, then to Julia and back to Alex. Now Alex begins to raise his voice after taking a deep breath. He stands up and tries to tell them as calm as he can. Mom, Dad, I am still Alex, but I don't feel like Alex the boy. I think I never felt like Alex the boy. I have been and will be from now on Alex the girl. Everyone is quiet. And then from quietly to a loudly atmosphere, the room is filled with the hysterical laughing of the mother. Alex's father, Carlos and Julia, don't move, and Alex still stands at the table. When the mother recognizes she's the only one laughing, she stops and says, "Well, honey, if it's only that, for sure, I know it's nothing serious." Alex stares at her a long time, while the mother recognizes that Alex is speaking about a very profound subject. Tears welled in Alex's eyes when the mother continues, "Please don't let it be true. Brother and sister have always been perfect together, haven't they? Why changing the family?" Alex starts crying, pushes the chair behind him, and runs the stairs up into her room. The responsible man for Alex's surgery, Dr. Hernandez, is entering the room. In a positive and motivated way, he welcomes Alex's dad and twin sister shortly.
Everything all right with you, Alex? The surgery is prepared. Could you please be ready in 30 minutes?
Alex answers, determined that she will be ready. Then her father adds,
Don't you want to ask anything else?
and Alex replies, Don't worry, Daddy, you make me even feel more nervous when I see you like this. Now, Alex knows that there are only 30 minutes left to a new part of life. Then it will be her life and her identity in total, because the physical aspect was sometimes like an obstacle for doing things as women which are just allowed or accepted for women to do in the contemporary society. Alex begins to think of don't fighting with obstacles anymore. Alex always loved the sea and as well going for a swim. It is a soft summer day in August. She wears a bikini with her favorite colors blue and pink as a flower pattern. She enjoys relaxing with 3 friends on the beach, talking about women's rights, men and relationships. One girl named Ruby begins to tell,
I met a boy last night in a bar in Barceloneta who was really funny and cute, but in a modest way. I'm sure you would like him, Alexandra.
By hearing this, Alex smiles but brings his thoughts to her name. She always hated the name given by birth, Alexander, because it sounded serious and too long. Now, while hearing Alexandra, she feels identified as who she really is, although of course the identity doesn't come with a different name in total. But it's part of who she is, and that she's called like that makes her happy. Ruby continues.
He invited me this night to the rooftop bar close to the center and said I can bring some friends, so let's go there.
Alex smiles and is looking forward to meet interesting people and to present herself the way who she really is. Before her surgery, Alex is lying on the bed in the hospital with closed eyes. She takes deep breaths and can barely move because she feels nervous and excited. She opens her eyes. After several minutes, she finally moves to sit in the bed. Then, her feet are heading slowly towards the wheelchair next to her bed. She gives her father and sister a hug. Julia says,
See you later, buddy.
And the father adds with a touch of humor,
Hope that I recognize you later.
Alex wants to smile, but her lips feel frozen. A nurse arrives and says, It's time. The nurse supports Alex in the hospital hall to reach the surgery. Then they move Alex on the bed and give her an anesthesia until she falls deeply into sleep. Just before she closes her eyes, she sees some memories of her childhood. During the day nursery after school, Alex reads a book while his twin sister is playing a tea party with other girls. She shouts,
Alex, come to have a cup of tea with us.
But Alex is just looking at the others and quite embarrassed. He doesn't dare to join them. Then his sister asks another boy who's joining them. As soon as he sees that there's another boy coming, he feels relieved and finally joins them too. A little shy, "Hi," he says, and the others smile at him, including the other boy. He enjoys the time by laughing and speaking in a higher feminine voice and acts like women do. He crosses his legs and tries to straighten his back. It feels good. At this moment, nothing else comes to his mind. He's just really having fun and feels happy. All of a sudden, he gets back to reality when he notices that a group of children is observing him in a suspicious way. Immediately, he feels ashamed and changes his attitude. Alex tries slowly to open her eyes. She's in the resting room of the hospital. She sees everything fuzzy and she can barely move. There are her father and her twin sister next to her. Julia says,
"Here you are, pretty girl."
and Alex smiles and takes her hand. Her father just looks at Alex in a relieved way, about to burst into tears. He has no words for the moment. Now, one scene ends, and another begins, Alex says. Alex is a girl already for 7 days. She's coming back home from the hospital. As closer the car gets to their house, Alex is becoming more nervous. She's going to meet her mother for the first time after she has done her change. But today it's a different kind of feeling than she had before. She feels comfortable with her body as well as with her mind. This is what makes her feel self-confident for the first time in her life. Julia is sitting right next to her and holds her hand. Their father is driving the car and looks at Alex's face through the rear-view mirror. He finds her face in a slight anxious expression, but simultaneously he sees happiness reflecting in her eyes. He supports her.
You are beautiful, and I'm sure that your mother will feel it the same way. We are your parents, and if we can see that our child is happy, it makes us feeling happy as well.
The car is parking in front of the house. They open the door and leave the car. Alex takes a few steps to the garden and then just stands and looks at the house. Her father comes to her and stands by her side. He puts his hand around her shoulder and says,
Welcome back home, Alexandra.
Julia comes to the other side and says,
Mum is already waiting for us.
Alex hugs both of them and asks them, Could you just wait here for a moment, please? Then she goes directly to the house and opens the door. She enters the living room and sees her mother sitting on the couch. Alex goes to her and says, Hi, Mom. Her mother turns to her slowly, stands up, and looks at her for a while. Her eyes are becoming glazed while looking to Alex. Then she starts to smile and hugs Alex. I just needed time, she says. This emotional moment keeps Alex in her mind forever. She is who she always has been feeling, and her family that she loves accepts her. Although there were stressful moments in her past, the fight was worth it. Finally, both of her parents and siblings support her to live her life in the way she feels identified with. She thinks for herself, the most important thing is to feel love and confidence to who you truly are. This is the way how we should live. And she thinks about her husband and a little daughter. She's holding her baby in her hands while her husband comes near and puts his hand on her shoulder while kissing her cheek. Is Alex's life going to continue as she imagined? Is that harmony between mental and physical condition a key to a satisfied life? Have we ever thought about how happy we can be if we feel all right with ourselves and identify our sex as well as with our gender?